Today on the National Rundown, we take a look at the fight between Apple and the FBI, the debate over President Obama's pending Supreme Court nomination, and a technology company that just made a big purchase. All that next.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Good evening and welcome to this week's National Rundown. I'm Chet Green.
And I'm Christian Springer. Google's chief executive, Sundar Pichai, is supporting Apple's decision on protecting the privacy of their customers. After a federal judge ordered Apple to allow investigators into the iPhone of one of the San Bernardino shooters, Pichai tweeted, "Forcing companies to enable hacking could compromise users' privacy." Apple CEO wrote in an open letter that such a move would create a backdoor around security measures hackers could eventually use to steal iPhone users' data. And now we'll see how Donald Trump is butting heads with the Pope.
Pope Francis is sounding off on Donald Trump. While flying back to the Vatican from his visit to Mexico, the Pope responded to a question about Trump's pledge to build a wall on the U.S.-Mexican border. A person who thinks only about building walls and not of building bridges, he said, is not Christian. Trump responded during a noon rally.
For a religious leader to question a person's faith is disgraceful. If and when the Vatican is attacked by ISIS, which as everyone knows is ISIS's ultimate trophy, I can promise you that the Pope would have only wished and prayed that Donald Trump would have been president.
A new CBS News national poll shows Donald Trump with a 2-to-1 advantage over Ted Cruz. Governor Nikki Haley appeared at a town hall event with Marco Rubio after endorsing him for President Wednesday.
I'm here today to ask you for your vote because I am as conservative as anyone running in this race, but I am a conservative that can win.
John Kasich was out pumping up his campaign team here in Mount Pleasant, who'll be delivering his campaign message one door at a time.
It's really cool to see the sun starting to come up and the recognition starting to register, which we have not seen, and it's fantastic.
South Carolina's polls are set to open in less than 48 hours. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina.
The debate continues over President Obama's pending Supreme Court nomination. Senate Republicans, unhappy with the idea, plan to block the nominee. But with the latest update, Obama is looking to nominate a candidate who has had past Republican support. Uber is pouring a ton of money to fight off competition in China. They are trying to control the market against local rival Didi Q80. Uber's Chinese rival was valued at $8 billion last month, despite success in America. CEO of the famous ride-hailing app acknowledges losses in the East.
New Jersey's sports betting policy is under fire. The law, which passed in 2014, is currently under scrutiny from federal appeals judges, as the state is being sued by the NCAA and various other sports leagues.
President Obama announces on Twitter that he's planning a trip to Cuba in March, marking the first time in more than 80 years a sitting U.S. president will visit the country. Obama hopes to advance progress and efforts to improve the lives of Cuban people.
Time now for sports, and Pat is going to tell us what's happening with the Manny Pacquiao controversy. Pat?
Thank you, Christian. Sports giant Nike has dropped boxing star Manny Pacquiao after he made some controversial remarks regarding same-sex relationships, saying people involved in them are, quote, worse than animals. Pacquiao has since apologized for his remarks. 12-year vet Jared Allen has announced his retirement from the NFL today via social media, posting a video from his account with a message for fans followed by him riding off on one of his horses. Allen most recently played for the Panthers during their Super Bowl run. Ronda Rousey finds herself in the spotlight yet again after a tear-filled interview on the Ellen DeGeneres Show where she revealed she had thoughts of suicide following her infamous loss to Holly Holmes. That's it for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Pat. University of Texas at Austin students will be soon allowed to carry handguns on campus. The university's president approved guidelines Wednesday in light of a recently passed law allowing guns on campuses. Toyota is currently conducting a global recall of over 2 million vehicles due to a malfunction with the car's seatbelts. The models being recalled are the RAV4, produced between July 2005 and August 2014, along with the Vanguard SUV, produced between October 2005 and January 2016.
And now on to politics. According to a CBS News poll, Donald Trump is leading the Republican Party still with 35% of support, with Ted Cruz following with 18% and Marco Rubio with 12%.
Coming up after the break, the Essence will give us the scoop on the young man posing as the Love Doctor.
Danse, balance sur la cadence, ondule bien tes hanches, au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence, dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex? Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Apple TV launches a new type of streaming program called Pluto TV, which is fully licensed and completely free, not requiring a login or a subscription. Pluto TV is available all day, every day on computers and mobile devices and includes a wide variety of channels from kickboxing to surfing to animals and even Oprah Winfrey. Google has launched an update for their Gmail Android app called Gmailify for other email providers. It allows users to have better spam protection, Gmail categories, advanced search capabilities, and will sync up their daily planners via Google Now.
And now we go to Alexa with the latest information about the recent death of someone from the Mob Wives family.
Thank you, Christian. I'm going to start out with some exciting news about Oprah Winfrey, who's auctioning off 200 items in her closet. We're talking designer shoes, accessories, and clothing. What's the best part? Bidding starts at just 99 cents off eBay. The auction will launch March 1st, 2016, and all proceeds go to the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy Foundation. And on to some further news, more information about Mob Wives star Angela Raiola, who passed away this morning after a battle to stage 4 cancer. Sources say the 55-year-old reality TV star was surrounded by family and friends in her last moments. At this time, the family is requesting peace and privacy in their time of grief. That's very unfortunate news. Back to you at the desk, Christian.
Thanks, Alexa. And now we're going to go to Ricky, who's going to tell us some international news.
I'm Ricky Shu with your World News Minute. A report was released today that revealed that Marines have been stockpiling artillery, tanks, and other equipment inside Norwegian caves. The move comes as being one step closer to NATO-Russia frontier in case of a crisis. In more news, South Korea is adamant that North Korea is planning a terrorist attack. According to the South Spy Network, the National Intelligence Service believes that Kim Jong-un gave the order himself. This is just one more problem in a long line of tensions between the two countries. And also around the world, 6 soldiers were killed and another wounded in a roadside bombing in Turkey. The Turkish government blames PKK, a terrorist group that the country has been battling for years. I'm Ricky Shu, and that was your World News Minute.
And now we welcome Essence with a closer look at the young man posing as the Love Doctor.
How's it going,
Thanks for
Essence?
being here. Hi. All right, so what's going on with this? Who is Dr. Love?
Dr. Love is actually 18-year-old Malachi Love Robinson, who is posing as a doctor in Florida.
And how did he get caught?
Well, it was a 2-week investigation after he physically examined an officer and gave him a medical advice. They just basically made their arrest.
This sounds like kind of like a Catch Me If You Can scenario here.
It's something.
What, like, did he prescribe medicine to people, or did this put anyone in danger?
He based on his profile on healthgrade.com. He utilized psychological and mechanical methods such as air, water, light, heat, and earth to treat his patients.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, absurd.
Well, I'm glad he got arrested.
Me too.
Thank you,
Thank
Essence.
you for that information. IBM announces that they plan to acquire Truven Health Analytics. Truven is a provider of healthcare data and analytics. IBM recently launched a new health unit, Watson Health. Combining the two means that they will house the health data of about 300 million people. Bill Cosby files a breach of contract lawsuit against the sex assault accusation. The accuser is a woman who claims Cosby assaulted her in 2005. The move from the defendant's camp is a counterattack and will most likely further the trial and the process.
Coming up, we'll hear about a sheriff who claims a shooting stemmed from Beyoncé's Super Bowl performance.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
I can't seem to save anything.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Big news for retail stores. Walmart has announced it is not expecting any significant sales increase this year. This comes as retail stores' revenue has began to see fierce competition from the growing online marketplace.
A Los Angeles hospital falls victim to hackers who used malware to lock its computer systems. After the hackers demanded a ransom, the hospital paid nearly $17,000 to them, stating that this was the quickest and most efficient way to restore their systems and functions. There is no evidence that any employee or patient information was subjected to unauthorized access. Beyoncé and her new single Formation continue to make headlines. A Tennessee sheriff suggested Tuesday that the song which Beyoncé performed during the Super Bowl halftime show has caused a rise in violence against police.
Fitness apps are taking the running world by storm, and companies have begun to notice. Fitness brands including Under Armour and ASICS have spent over $1 billion on these companies since 2013. A rare Franciscana dolphin died of dehydration in Buenos Aires after being paraded around the beach whilst people were taking selfies with the unlucky mammal.
After the break, we'll find out about an unlikely new product in Hershey's candy lineup just in time for Easter.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Hershey's introduces a sweet new product for Easter. The American chocolate maker has everyone in a craze after introducing carrot cake Hershey Kisses that will only be available at Walmart. Astronomers announced they've found one of the largest black holes in a galaxy about 300 million light years away. The black hole has been found to be 21 billion times the mass of our sun. The black hole is currently not active.
Kanye West is stirring up some trouble again. This time it happened during filming for his stint on Saturday Night Live. West is known for his larger-than-life personality, but when the production team asked him to leave the stage, he yelled and cursed at them. West also made reference to Taylor Swift, with whom he's been known to clash. And now it's time for weather. And Samantha's going to tell us how this week is shaping up. But it's not Samantha, it's Zara. No, it's actually Samantha, I'm sorry.
Guys, Zara Asad here with the weather. Today was mostly sunny with clear skies and partial clouds. The winds are picking up with 13 miles per hour. The skies will clear up later tonight as temperatures drop 23 degrees. So if you plan on going out, make sure you're layering and staying warm. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. Friday will be partly cloudy with a high of 42 and a low of 34. Saturday is a perfect day to make plans and go out, as we will be seeing more sun with a high of 56 and a low of 34. Sunday and Monday we'll see a few showers with a high of 57 on Monday and a low of 40. Monday we'll have some morning showers with a high of 51 and a low of 34. And Tuesday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 45 and a low of 38. Luckily for us, we won't be seeing any snow showers coming up. And now let's look at the weather window and see what it's like outside right now. As you can see, the skies are clear blue. There is a high wind, which is picking up, but it will get better throughout the weekend. Do you guys have any plans for the weekend?
No.
Saturday will be a good day to go out, so if you want to make any plans, go out on Saturday.
I'm doing a belated Valentine's Day on Saturday.
That's nice. What are you doing?
Probably schoolwork, unfortunately, but maybe I'll step outside. We'll see what happens.
It should be a good weekend.
It should be.
All right, thanks, Zara.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have on this week's National Rundown.
I'm Christian Springer.
And I'm Chet Green. Good night, and we'll see you all again next week.